All right, a couple of guys who are playing really, really well right now. One of them happens to be a rookie. For the rest of the season, who would you rather have? Marquise Brown, who's back to be in Hollywood again, or Jamar Chase?
I would rather Jamar Chase, but this was a really tough question. I think if we were to do like rankings now, like take away what we did coming into the year, but if we were like rest of season rankings, I think you could make a case that both of these guys are a wide receiver one. That's how good they have played. And there's been a lot of other receivers who have struggled or lost their quarterback, like DK Metcalf, which I think maybe you'd put these guys ahead of now. But the reason I like Jamar Chase is just because Marquise Brown is going to have Rashad Bateman coming back, and I think that's another little bit of competition for targets there. I don't think he's going to overtake Brown as the wide receiver one, but Jamar Chase is already thriving with Higgins and Boyd there. But I think these two are really close, and they're both players that I would be very happy to have on my roster right now.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it like I think Chase has a handful, or rather, Brown has a handful more catches. Chase has just a few more yards. They have the same number of touchdowns. I went back and forth with this, and I sort of landed on Marquise Brown just because I still think there were going to be T. Higgins games in there. There's going to be a Tyler Boyd game or two in there at some point. For me, the Ravens' passing game, at least as of the moment, is pretty much Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews. And maybe we do see some Rashad Bateman in there, but it just seems like it's a pretty narrow funnel of where the football is going there in Baltimore. I think there are more options in Cincy.
Big surprise. Lamar Jackson can actually pass
Hey!
the ball, much to everyone on Twitter. Like, there's a group of people there who like still like to knock Lamar. Like, he's awesome. Like, let's just give the guy his due.
Lamar Jackson on football Twitter is like it's like candy corn, right? I shouldn't say that because I actually like Lamar Jackson, and candy corn
Is the most overrated candy.
it is an insult to both candy and corn. Remember that. But people have sort of like they have drawn their lines about how they feel about Lamar Jackson. And I don't know if anybody's really budging at any point. But he's good.
He had maybe the greatest passing game ever. Like, he's the only player in the history of the NFL to have over 85% completion percentage in a game with 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. But he can't throw.
But he can't throw the football. It's that bad for a running back.